All right, everybody. I want to bring some clarity to the week 3 and week 4 assignments. It's obvious to me that we're struggling a little bit, and I really want to help us succeed and finish well, not only for this course, but remember this inductive Bible study method. This is an introduction to that method, which means you will use it in any other Bible course you take at Mid-America, Romans, Synoptic Gospels, prison epistles. You're going to be expected to utilize this method that we are working on in this course. And so week 3 and week 4 assignments in particular really get to the heart of what that encompasses. So I want to go back to the week 3 assignment first, because we need to bring some clarity there, because we're going to use that and build on that assignment this week and week 4. So you might need to go back and work on week 3 a little bit to be successful in week 4. So remember, in week 3, we're looking at structural relationships, first of all, in part 1. I want you to watch the other video I posted in the news feed today about structural relationships, and I also posted a helpful tool that I would keep and save for future courses. That's just a cheat sheet or a structural relationships at a glance page that defines those. And I talk more in depth about how to find those, where to live on that sheet right now at this phase in your inductive methodology. And so it's worth your 8-9 minutes to watch that video to bring clarity. But then don't overcomplicate the format of this assignment in week 3. You just simply find your structural relationship. You're going to define it from the Bauer textbook, and then you're going to say the exact verses that is found in, then the clue word, or the clue that led you to that observation. If contrast, clue word is always but, or comparison, it's like or as. Okay, so that may have been a key to help you to identify that. What is the material of the relationship? Specifically state from the text then, this is the line where that structural law is stated or seen. And then how does it help develop your understanding? And then what is a question that maybe this observation leads to? Like what could be further study or a further insight now that you would want to uncover or explore? You don't have to answer that question here. You're just asking the question. And if you follow this bulleted format for all 3 or 4 structural laws, you will meet the requirements of the assignment. Then the non-routine term, same thing. You're finding the non-routine term. Notice it even says on the instructions here, using the format above. So don't overcomplicate this. You have 3 bullets for each non-routine term that you need to fulfill. So you find your non-routine term. Maybe it's tempted. Maybe it's baptism. Maybe it's dove, right? These are all words that are in Mark chapter 1, and you want to find a deeper biblical definition. So tell me what the term is so that I know exactly the term that you're highlighting. Give me a definition from a Bible dictionary and cite that. And then how does that deepen your understanding of that term and maybe the text in general? Keep it simple, those 3 bullets for each non-routine term, and you're going to fulfill the requirements for week 3. Now, this is important because when we go back to week 4, or we're moving forward now onto week 4, oh, that's the wrong button, sorry, hold on. On week 4, we have our assignment, and we're building on week 3, especially the structural relationship. So in part 1, all you have to do is use the same structural relationships that you identified in week 3. Look right here, it says recall the 3 structural relationships you identified in week 3. You don't have to come up with new ones. You don't have to find 3 new ones. Just use the ones that you already identified in week 3. And you're just building on those. So again, follow this exact format here to fulfill the requirement for part 1. State the structural relationship. You're really just copying and pasting basically what you did in week 3. The same definition of that structural law found in the Bauer textbook, and then you're going to state 3 interpretive questions for that specific structural relationship. You can find those interpretive questions on pages 126 to 130 of the Bauer textbook, or on this interpretive questions document that's embedded in the course. And so again, some structural relationships have interpretive questions that always link to them, that you just always want to ask. So look for those, and see how they fit with your particular structural relationship, and then just, what is that first question? What is your answer? What is the second question? What is your answer? What is the third question? What is your answer? Okay? And keep it simple. Again, don't overcomplicate this. If you follow this exact format for part 1, you will fulfill the requirement. In part 2, now you're writing more of a formal narrative kind of paper. And so you're going to write a 500 to 750 word interpretation. You're weaving together the findings of your non-routine terms, the structural relationships, and the different things that you've observed so far about Mark chapter 1. And you are going to include those in more of a paragraph type format for part 2. Now part 3, you actually start going to the commentary. So the other textbook in the course, the Mark textbook, you're going to read pages 41 to 63, and now you're weighing your observations against the commentary's observations. So again, keep it simple in this phase. Where are you in the commentary agreed? Where are you in the commentary said something different? And what's something new that you learned from the commentary that you hadn't gleaned so far from your own inductive work? And so then you fulfill part 3 by writing those elements in a paragraph format. You can write those in basically 3 paragraphs, and you'll fulfill that part of the assignment. So hopefully that helps bring clarity to the week 3 and week 4 assignments. Really, again, these 2 weeks are typical inductive Bible study assignments. So if you have questions, reach out to me, give me a call, send me an email, whatever works, because I do want to help you succeed and to really learn how to do this. And what I'd say is, don't overcomplicate it. I know it can get overwhelming, but don't make it more complex than it has to be. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.